We're almost there. Hey, dude, there we are. Man, listen, Mr. Eric, I hope you're as ready as I am.
Maybe, maybe not.
My question is, have you packed anything? Is there anything
Uh,
in a suitcase?
yes, my wife just before this asked if I had packed anything, and I said no. So I went and threw at least some things in a suitcase. So
Nice,
there are some things.
nice. I have not put one single thing. The suitcase is still away, so I
Well, I
gotta
mean,
do
you have a 2 hour drive versus a 10 hour drive too.
that. Yeah,
So
that's exactly right. All right, man. Let's kick this thing off, guys. Welcome to episode 111 of the Drag Drive Repeat Show, presented by Summer Racing. Tonight, we're talking about the Circuit 2025, round two. This is going to be so freaking awesome. I hope you're ready. Mr. Eric, hit that intro video, man. Let's do this.
all right, let's get it going.
Man, I'm ready for this. This is going to be a great one tonight, guys. I want to say welcome in here again to episode 111 of the Drag Driver Pete Show, presented by Summit Racing. Tonight, again, we're covering the circuit. My name is Mike Narks. I'm the host of this thing, and we host the news on Saturday mornings. And man, all we do is talk and look at and comment on and like stuff from the Drag and Drive community. So if you guys are part of that community, come on, let's do it. Hit the like and follow and share button, all that stuff. Mr. Eric White has been busy, busy, busy. Tell him what all you got going on, man.
I am Eric White, co-host of Show in the News. A little bit of everything here: drag, drive, repeat related, the circuit related. Um, Man, I was just adding up the miles today, and between Mega Week and Six Summer, I'm at like 4,000 some change miles so far. Plus,
Yeah.
the circuit coming up is going to be like another 1,700 ish. So by the end of the month, I'll be at 5,800 miles. So
Wow.
uh, definitely got to say, if I ever thought I wanted to do this 100% full time, this kicking my butt. This is a lot.
It,
So
it's it's tough.
big, yeah, big props to Jesse Fox and those guys that travel around because man, I wasn't prepared for this month whatsoever.
I wasn't ready. It's it's pretty tough. I'll tell you that much. Getting out and about, and because you've had no time to wind down, dude. That's been pretty hard, man. I'll tell you that much. Well, guys, you know the deal. We can't do all of this without you guys. Our race car friends make all this possible. So, want to say thank you from the deepest part of our hearts, man. It's been crazy to be out and about and see everybody, and I can't wait to hang in there and see everybody this weekend at the circuit. And then, of course, our sponsors, can't do it without them. Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, WAF Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina with the best hand cleaning wipes on the market, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Man, it's a long list. And if you're looking to do some shopping, we would love it if you'd hit those guys up. Well, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Summit Racing Speed Legacy began nearly 60 years ago in 1968 as a one-man startup and is now the world's speed shop. With 4 facilities and 200 plus catalog editions, they feel your passion, save you money, deliver fast, and offer top-notch customer service for more than 1,500 brands. Make sure to download the Summit Racing mobile app right here. See it, get it on your phone. For easy access to speed parts, find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram for all your social media automotive needs. And then you can find them on the On All Cylinders podcast for automotive discussions like this one. Being that you're going to be in the car for the next little bit, you got to jump over there and listen to some of that. From humble origins to the social media lane, Summit Racing stands by your need for speed. And while you're on summitracing.com, you can pick up some of the old Drag Driver Pete branded merch, because again, we are going to be bringing, we got cash in my pocket, we got race car friends decals, and we're looking for Drag Driver Pete merch that's on anybody. The first 5 people are going to get some $20 in their pocket for some gas money, and they're going to get a race car friends decal. So we appreciate you guys doing that, and that is this weekend for sure. And all right, let's move on, y'all. Tonight's going to be a quick show. We're going to run through this pretty fast because, as we talked in the opener, Eric is packing. I have not packed a single drop of anything, and I've got the last few things I've got to do. Racer notes, or sorry, announcer notes, and then to make sure I've got all of the racers on the registration and tech form, make sure all that is ready to go. So, all the kind of fun stuff we got coming up for the circuit 2025. So let's talk about some of the updates there. If you guys haven't seen the posts, the circuit, a charity with horsepower, is the way to follow the. We're probably going to post more on there this weekend than we do on Drag Driver Pete. So be prepared for that. If you're not following it and you are attending the event, get on there. The Circuit, a charity with horsepower, on Facebook. We're going to be at the back gate of Tulsa Raceway Park. I've sent that address about 9 times in an email and in posts and in the WhatsApp group and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be at the back gate. Thursday and Friday morning. We're going to be at the back gate of Tulsa Raceway Park for tech. Thursday, we're going to go over the schedule here in a minute in excruciating detail. But Thursday, noon to 4, Friday, 8 a.m. till noon, we're going to be teching, be in line by the cutoff bike, be in line by 4 o'clock tomorrow, or in line on Friday by noon. No exceptions. I really want to get out of there because we have a ton of stuff to set up at other things. We are going to have a driver meeting Saturday morning because not everybody's going to be there Friday morning. So we're going to have a driver meeting Saturday morning at Mocan Dragway at 8:30 a.m. Be there, be ready. We're going to basically, that's when the event is officially going to kick off, because Friday is really get to the block party, have some fun, do all that kind of stuff. I want to remind everybody, you must listen to me very intently here. You must hit route stops and take pictures on your way to the block party. Do not come in there on Saturday going to turn your time slips in and be like, oh, I didn't know, because you got to hit the route stops just like you would on any other drag and drive. So for the drive day on Friday, you're going to hit route stops, take pictures, do all that kind of stuff on your way to the block party, or, through the block party, hang out for a minute and then go on to Mocan to make some test hits. So pretty cool. After the block party, you're free to do whatever you want. I don't care. It's all in the description, or all in the directions for all of that stuff to get you ready for the circuit and to the block party and everything. And then lastly, this is exciting right here. Cliff Parvin is back to announcing this time. I'm really excited. If you guys haven't followed, he had a little bit of a medical scare there. He is on the mend for sure. This is his first announcing gig back from that. So I'm excited to have him back and doing this. So there may be some times where he needs a break. So it may be quiet for a second on the mic, or I told him, I said, dude, just hit me or Eric or Red Hat Scotty up, or somebody that wants to try their hand at announcing. Let's do it. Jump in the booth. Let's talk on the mic. Let's give that guy everything he needs to succeed this weekend. I'm glad to have him back. This is his 3rd year to do that with us. So it's a huge win for him to even be there in the first place and get his vocals back. So it's going to be kind of cool, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. All right. Well, let's hit this driven racing oil. This is about the only thing we're going to talk about that's not the circuit related tonight.
All right. Driven racing oil is the performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application, whether launching hard at the drag strip, enduring the extreme heat of off-road and circle track, or pushing limits in top field drag boats and demo derbies. Winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting-edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cling and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. Crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil and enhanced with state of the art additive packages, GP1 offers the best in protection and performance. So, drivenracingoil.com is where you can go to pick up your oil or check them out at Driven Racing Oil on Facebook and Instagram and find out what events they're going to be at.
Speaking of them being at events, Jeff just texted me with Driven Racing Oil. And he's like, "Hey, I'm having dinner here in Tulsa. Where you at?" And I had to tell him, "Hey, I'm at home doing the show." And he said in this text just now that they're going to give a few items for the raffle as well. So they're going to not only are they going to be there with the Driven Racing Oil truck and some stuff, they're going to have obviously oils and the spray wax and all that kind of stuff. He's going to be there to kind of help explain all of the ins and outs of the Driven Racing Oil as well. And then they're also going to donate a few things to the raffle so we can help raise more money for the youth services of Tulsa. So I'm kind of excited about that. Excited for them to come in, and it's kind of a commitment. Jeff lives in Ohio, had to get to Memphis, then come all the way to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to get that set up. So I'm excited about that, man. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that'll be awesome to have them there.
Yep. And then in this part, we're not going to talk much about other events except that BC Drag It Challenge wrapped up 2 days ago, and just want to give a big shout out to them. Congratulations to all their racers. Looks like a pretty good group of people there. And then also to all of their winners, of course, and the promoters. This is, as we gain more and more events, this is another one in Canada. It's the only one in Western Canada, which is kind of nice. So we're seeing more and more opportunities for guys in Northern California, Washington, Oregon, the western side of Canada to be able to race. And I can't wait to hear some of the stories that are from right here at BC Drag It Challenge, which we'll be covering later. Carl Steamy, hang on. Let's put that on hold for a second. We'll answer it in just a second. We do have updates. Hang on just a second. We do have updates that Midwest Drag Racing Series has canceled for 2025. I didn't get that directly from the promoter. I got that from a photographer that is in the community that has word from them. So, from the promoter. So, they are definitely at least canceled or postponed from 2025. I don't know what the plan moving forward is for Midwest Drags, but that's the way it's going to be for 2025. There will not be one here in the States for July, which I've got to update it on I think I did update it on dragdriverepeat.com/event list 2025. We talked about those. East Coast Drag and Drive. Dude, I feel bad. I haven't gone in there and looked at their rules yet, but we're going to find a class. I know they've got an 1150 class, which we may look at doing that index class next year, but maybe we can figure out something. Maybe they've got some kind of DYO class or something like that. So East Coast Drag and Drive happens the same weekend as the circuit. So we're going to both be kicking off the events they'll definitely be kicking off the event Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can't remember if they're registration. They're going to do an early registration, but they have been absolutely hustling. It's been awesome to see these guys. This is a brand new event for 2025, and it's really, I think it's one of the only events in the far northeast. Now, this is in Canada. Miramichi Dragway is in Canada, but if you've got your passport and you live up there, man, hit this one up. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, of course, the circuit 2025. 200 cars, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Tulsa Raceway Park, and Mocan Dragway. If you're not going to be there, you're going to be mad at yourself. I promise. I promise you will be upset with yourself. Okay, let's talk about this comment right here with Carl Steamy real quick. So, have you guys released the routes yet? I might know a guy that will cheer you guys on with no shirt. No shirt and cut off jean shorts, old school cool. Well, that would be awesome. Bring it on. We would love to have somebody cheer from the side of the road in a cutoff shirt, or no shirt and cut off jean shorts. We kind of have, I mean, it's really probably pretty easy to follow the route. We're going from Tulsa to Mocan, and you wouldn't take the interstate to do that. So Route 66 is typically our route. We do slide off for a little bit because one of our sponsors is Love's Travel Stops. So we are going to skirt the Route 66 for a few minutes on our way to Galena for the block party and hit Love's. Now, in April, this wasn't going to be a big deal. Now, getting free showers and stuff at Love's Travel Stop, that may be a big deal. So
Right.
if you have your wristbands on, you will be able to shower for free at the Love's Travel Stop there in Joplin. Huge win. And they've provided a ton of snacks. Like I said in the post earlier today or late last night, it's a mound of stuff. It truly is. It's about, I don't know, 3 feet tall box worth of boxes, bunches of water, and all that kind of stuff. You guys also saw I bought a bunch of stuff at Sam's Club and the Little Debbie store. So please, I can't say this enough. Please, please, please come to the trailer. Stay hydrated. I bought 8-ounce waters. You can chug those things in 2.4 seconds. If you don't grab one of those every time you walk by the trailer, I'm going to be upset. So, and here's Jesse Fox calling me. Everybody waits till I jump on the live stream to call me. All right, Chris White, my circuit co-pilot bailed out on me. I got to change again. Hey, dude, send me a message. Tell me who it's going to be. No big deal. That's the thing tonight. Listen, send me messages. Let us know what change needs to happen. If you're going to change classes, if you're going to change cars, if you're going to change co-pilots, if you, oh man, I realized I had a 2X shirt, but I've sweat a whole lot now. I'm a 1X. I want to change my shirt size. Let's do all that now because it will be easier moving forward for Tara and my wife Melissa when they are registering everybody and making sure they get through all that. So I'm cool with any changes. Just let me know, is what I'm saying. And if we can do it ahead of time, it will save them a lot of work. But I'm on the road in the morning and then we're starting and then it's over for everybody after that. So again, thank you so much to Driven Racing Oil for their support of the event updates and all that kind of stuff. All right, J-Wire Solutions here. Chris Padgett saying he's ready. Man, I can't wait. J-Wire is going to feel a little weird this time, dude, because Jay of J-Wire is not going to be at the circuit.
I
He is
know,
he's headed out of the country, go to a like a real vacation.
right?
I thought normally everybody just did vacation. Dragon Drive was their vacation.
I don't think that's for everybody.
Yeah, no, it's not definitely not for everybody. Well, guys, J-Wire Solutions is your expert car and marine wiring solutions. J-Wire Solutions can wire and plumb your hot rod, your race car, your drag and drive car. Plus, they offer products to make your driving experience better, like the blinker module, which I hope a lot of people have ordered because just like a big drag and drive, you got to have your blinkers working here. It's a must for all drag and drive cars. This module allows your rear turn signals to blink while your brake pedal is applied. That is not something that happens with the universal wiring harnesses that you typically get. So this is something that just plugs right in, makes it easy. Wire, boom, your blinkers work like your regular daily driver, boring stuff. All right, let's talk about the tailgate class because this is fun. Oh, hey, I see John Stonecipher here saying I changed cars, co-pilots, co-owners, and underwear. Thank goodness for the underwear change. After Mega Week, he needed that. All right, so let's talk about tailgate class brought to you by Revved Up Laser Works. Again, this is Travis Wise's baby. Okay, the photo you see here is his truck, but that skank is not bringing his truck. It's okay. It's the way it goes. He didn't have enough time to get it back together after Mega Week, which is fine. But it's really a great idea. The quickest four are getting a heads up shootout on Sunday. So the quickest four trucks in the class at Mocan, when they leave there, they will drive to Tulsa. During the Sunday rounds, we will find a way to pair these four up. Those passes can also be used towards their averages, which I think kind of help. This is an all out class, so it's not, we're not trying to hit some index or something like that. Those passes count towards their averages. The winner of that is getting $500 of the shootout. So pretty big deal. So if you have a truck, turn it up.
That's
We
awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I think this is going to kind of help people lean on their stuff a little bit, which is what we need. And doing the heads up shootout at Tulsa, obviously, the track's going to be on point. I mean, you can't even begin to explain how nice it's going to be after Funny Car Chaos goes down. I mean, if they can put 5,000 horsepower down with nitromethane, we can put 500 horsepower down.
Yeah. Not only that,
Yeah.
Alex Arquette of Cornerstone Performance Transmissions has thrown $300 towards the tailgate class as well. So, man, the tailgate class is getting some attention. 150 of that will go to the shootout runner-up,
Yep.
and the other 150 will go to the runner up for the average as well.
Yeah, I'm pumped about that. I think that's awesome. And big shout out to Alex who messed this came about in about the last 2 hours.
Yeah. So class average winner will walk away with 300, and the runner up will be 150.
Nice. Chris Paget here saying 50 on Dustin Cottle to win the tailgate if anybody wants to bet.
Oh boy,
Oh boy, I'm in.
where's
I'm
Lance
in.
at?
Yeah, right. Yeah, where's Lance? And hey, great example or great reminder there. Lance and Dustin Cottle will actually kick off our racing on Saturday at Mocan with the, first race, the official first race of the event, which is going to be awesome. And Lance has absolutely had his butt kicked, man. I think this is like his third or fourth motor since the circuit 2020 or since the circuit round one. So
Right.
pretty wild. Pretty wild. Okay. So that gives you your updates. That's your J Wire Solutions update. Let's move on to the Molly Motorsports segment here.
All right. I'm excited about this segment here. Racers and high performance enthusiasts, are you ready to start your next engine build? If so, there is no better time than right now to check out Molly Motorsports all in one Power Pack piston kits. With over 1,200 applications, these kits come complete with pistons, rings, wrist pins, and clips designed to work together. Molly Motorsports Power Pack piston kits take out all of the guesswork. No more trying to determine if a piston will need this ring to work with a certain cylinder size. Molly Motorsports did all that engineering so you can get to the part that matters, which is building a power plant that leads you to victory lane. Visit mollymotorsports.com for more details. And for our podcast listeners, Molly is spelled Mahle.
I know that's right. Well, why are you so excited about this segment?
Well, because earlier today we got an email from Molly, and they are giving away a full Molly Motorsports Power Pack piston kit at the circuit.
Huge.
So yeah, this is going to be awesome. There's going to be a drawing for that on Sunday, just before the Molly Awards section or
Hmm.
segment. So you can get your tickets from the Molly booth or Molly tent during the circuit. They're going to be set up right next to the registration and time slip table. So make sure when you're over that way, you stop by and get some raffle tickets for a chance
Yeah.
to win a complete Molly Motorsports Power Pack piston kit. So
Yeah.
definitely appreciate Molly Motorsports for that one. And somebody's going to get an awesome set of pistons.
Well, and it's super cool because they're donating all that money to the youth services of Tulsa. So all of the raffle, I mean, like, listen, everybody's heard it a bunch. Our goal was to raise $10,000. I think with this and the raffle items we have, we're going to be able to get there. And I want to say thank you so much to Molly for doing that. That is so freaking cool, man. And to send somebody all the way out here from North Carolina.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
got Driven and Molly are both going to be there. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome to have just the knowledge there. I think that's one big thing that we miss when vendors aren't on site. So I hope this is the turning point for vendors. We want to have some other vendors on site as we move through the next years. I'm already starting to think about who can be there, who would help the facility the most, or who would help the racers the most, and maybe being a weekend event, maybe that'll help some of the other vendors come out. You know, we know what stuff tears up. We need those vendors on site.
Right.
All right, let's do it. Works is a leading manufacturer of high performance fuel system components. They are the official fuel delivery of Drag Drive Repeat. The DW product line includes fuel injectors, fuel pumps, modules, rails, regulators, filters, lines, and fittings, plus surge tanks, engineered to support power levels ranging from 400 to 3,000 horsepower. Since its founding, Works has been committed to delivering quality, innovation, and precision to the automotive performance industry. Every DW product is built to maximize reliability and efficiency, ensuring optimal fueling solutions for racers, tuners, and performance enthusiasts worldwide. With a focus on engineering excellence and industry leading customer support, Works continues to drive the future of high performance fueling. Let's talk about the circuit schedule. Okay. You ready for this? So, for folks that are looking for something to do this weekend, if you're not racing in the circuit, let's run through this real quick. So I'm going to post this later. This has been posted several times on the circuit page, but I'm going to share it on Drag Drive Repeat too. So again, the circuit racers will enter at the back gate at Tulsa Raceway Park. I'll put the address in the post. You guys will see it. Um, Gates open at 10 a.m. on Thursday. Tech from noon to 4. Be in the line by 4 o'clock. Friday, gates open at 8 a.m. We're teching from 8 until noon. Be in line by noon. We want to be out of there as soon as possible as we can. Okay. Bring your vehicle, your race vehicle, your race trailer, not your tow trailer, your race tires. They need to be either mounted on the car, probably unless you're running radials, there's no need to mount them physically on the car. Just bring them with you when you come up. All of your safety equipment, dadgummit, bro, do not leave your jacket in the truck. Like, just come on. We got shit to do. We don't need to do that. Your driver's license, your insurance, and your registration. Okay. You're going to need all that stuff. So write this down. You're going to bring your race vehicle. You're going to bring your race trailer. You're going to bring your race tires. You're going to bring your race safety equipment. Then you're going to bring your normal stuff, driver's license, insurance, and registration to the tech line. Okay. For racers that tech on Thursday, you're not required to come to the back to the track on Friday morning. We would prefer you do though, because then we're all going to be moving together. So we'd love it if you'd start from the track on Friday. It's no big deal. You don't have to, but if you, wherever your hotel is, you have to come back to the where you left the route. This is like Rocky Mountain Race Week. This isn't like, oh man, it's fine. This is some weekend event. They're not as strict as they are. Yes, we are. Don't jack around with it. Just follow the rules, follow the route like you're supposed to. One, because it gets you ready for a week long event. And two, I mean, listen, you want to be around your race car friends, so do that. But you're not required. If you tech on Thursday, you're not required to come back to the track on Friday. We will provide day one driving directions when you get your packet. Okay. For racers that are on Friday, feel free to, same thing, hit the route, man. It's going to be awesome. We will drive right out the front gate of Tulsa Raceway Park on Friday once you have your directions, simply for two reasons. One, that's how I wrote the directions when we did it back in when we were going to do it in April. But then two, I want to see the look on a lot of those race car faces as we cruise right by them driving these street cars, and they know, hey man, those guys are fixing to go on 300 miles of street driving, and I'm over here in my truck and toter and double stacker trailer, and my car runs the eighth mile in 3.5 or 4 seconds, and I'm not having nearly as much fun as those guys that are fixing to go hit the street. So I kind of want to do all that, right? um, Thursday night, 6 to 9 p.m., Los Cabos in Owasso. I've got the address here. You guys will see it in the post as well. 2 tacos, chicken or beef, rice and beans, and soft drink or tea are what you are going to be provided for free from us here for being a part of the circuit. If you're not part of the event, don't come down there for free food. Okay. We're not built like that. The more money I spend there is less money I can donate. Okay. That's how it goes. The meal's free. We've planned for about 250 people, which I think, based on voting, may be about the right number. I have no idea. Have no idea. Road trippers, you are welcome to come down with your co-pilot. Drivers and crew, you're all welcome to come down. This is kind of like we started this last year. Last year, yeah, with Chicken Annie's. We want this to be something that is like that last meal before you go out on the road. We want this to be kind of fun, have a good time, hang out with people, meet new folks that you're going to be hanging out with all weekend, create new race car friendships, and all that kind of stuff. You can buy adult beverages there. We're obviously not going to, take that away from you, but please, dear sweet baby Jesus, be careful. Okay. I'm sure with 200 race cars cruising around, the Owasso Police Department are going to be looking for people doing dumb stuff. Okay.
Right.
Uh, Karaoke does start at 7 p.m. So keep that in mind. We're going to be down there from 6 to 9. So keep that in mind.
We checked out that place during Mega Week, and the setup's going to be pretty sweet where we're at.
Yeah, it's going to be really nice. It's a big open area, and we have the outside basically to ourselves. I'm sure there'll be a few people kind of mingling around that are from the restaurant, but I hope we get some drag and drive racers that are out there karaokeing. I promise not to record too much. Okay, we are going to record a little bit because that makes for great content. But real quick, Friday night, it's easy. Friday morning, if you haven't teched, you got to get in there, get that done. Road trippers do not have to tech or anything, but come by, get your stuff, get your shirts, get your sticker, obviously, register at the table, all that, get all that done, get your driving route. I'm up in the air on whether road trippers have to follow that. We'll see how it goes this year. I want them to, but do I need to make them? I don't know. I don't know if it's
Yes.
worthwhile. Yeah, I mean, you're like you want that experience. You want to be part of that. So yeah. Road trippers, you got to drive the route. I don't know how strict I'm going to be on that this year because that's like I'm making that decision 12 hours before we open registration. But Friday night, so you're going to leave Tulsa Friday morning, Friday night, 4 to 9 p.m. We're going to be at Galena, Kansas. We're going to be on Main Street in Galena, Kansas. Now, here's the key, right? You're going to pull in to Galena, and it's going to be packed unless you are sometime around 4. Um, Make sure you get your route stop photo. Our final route stop for day one is Gearhead Curios. Make sure you get the photo. We have the that is 6th Street right there that Gearhead sits on. That will be blocked off further like north, right? So as you pull in, your probably first thought is going to be going right. Do not do that. Go left so you can get your Gearhead Curios photo. There's a huge giant right there. Looks like Aaron, the owner. On the wall, there's a huge American flag. Get your photos at Gearhead Curios. Do not forget that because if you get to Mocan and turn your slip in and you don't have your route stop photo, your ass is driving back to Galena to get it before you can turn in your time slip. Okay. Got it. Cool. Good. Awesome. Hang out there as long as you want to. After you get to the block party, you're good to go. But we do have belt sander races at 5 p.m. We have valve cover races at 6 p.m. And then we have the practice tree tournament starting at 7. $10 to enter in those races. 50% goes to the winner. 50% goes to the youth services at Tulsa. So it should be a great time. We're going to have an absolute blast with that. And I don't know if those guys will leave that stuff up for other times around. I would think so. And if they do, we need to work out with them what they need to charge to make that make sense. So Belt Sander Races is put on by Gearhead Curios, and the Valve Cover Races is put on by Hot Rod Hangout Speed Shop and Diner, which both are route stops, both in Galena, Kansas, and both are the reason we could do this in Galena on such short notice. So big shout out to those guys. Please try and spend some money with them. I mean, while you're there, listen, that's all I'm asking. Not necessarily just the racing, but also go down to their shops, see what they got. We're stopping back by Hot Rod Hangout on Saturday on our way back through Galena, so should be kind of fun to be out there. I really feel like we're going to have 200 or 300 cars come through Galena on Friday night. It's going to be rather warm, which is fine. So that means as the night goes on, more cars will show up. There's going to be some live music played by the Mexican restaurant that is outside, which is going to be awesome. So we'll be able to hear that in the park and kind of do all of that. So again, make sure you take your photo Friday night with Gearhead Curios, belt sander races, valve cover races, practice tree. I'm going to put all that out there, and then the guys Josh Rich and John Ketch are doing a 32 car circuit only shootout at Mocan on Friday night. That the gates open at 6 p.m. at Mocan. You'll have to get with those guys to figure out like a real start time, but I think probably pretty close to that. So if you still want to do some racing Friday night, that's your way to do it. 32 cars shootout. They've got 2 classes. I think it's like fast and then 1150 or 11:0 and slower quarter mile. So there's going to be 8th mile fast stuff, 1150 or slower. Oh, hey, how about some Robert Voss up in here? Sorry, I'm late loading stuff for tomorrow. It's Camp Counselor Bob for everybody that's looking out there. Thursday night you can camp at Tulsa Raceway Park. Friday night camping at Mocan. Saturday night back at Tulsa Raceway Park. Okay, lead us into some. Oh no, sorry. Last thing for Friday night. Waffle House is doing a late night snack in Webb City. So we're going to have some coupons and all that kind of stuff set up for Friday night in Webb City, which is like halfway between Mocan and the host hotel in Joplin. So if people are looking for somewhere to go, that would be a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Then that takes us to Saturday. So Saturday morning, we are at Mocan Dragway. Gates do open at 8 a.m. The track is hot from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m.
Oh shoot,
So,
nope. Sorry, it's not either. It's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm sorry. Sorry.
all right.
I made a post about it yesterday, but I forgot to change it in our notes here.
Yes. So track is hot from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
So 9 a.m. is Group A. We start out with slicks and radials, cars quicker than 1150. And then, are you still doing noon or 11?
So it'd be 9 to 11 and then 1. Yeah.
Okay. Then it's going to be Group B, slicks and radials, cars slower than 1150. And then 1 o'clock open run. And we're going to start that with hard tire. So any tires with more than 225 tread wear or aggressive tread. So that's going to be kind of your run order right there. 9
Hmm.
a.m., cars quicker than 1150. 11 a.m., cars slower than 1150. 1 p.m., open run, starting with the hard tires. Now, during the 9 a.m. and the 11 a.m., you are going to get 2 passes max during that session. So punch cards will be in use. If the
Hmm.
lanes get slow, we will move those times up. But 2 passes max during those Group A and B. Open run, have at it.
Yeah.
So again, you must submit 2 time slips, so not one but 2. So that covers everything at Moking.
Yeah. All the changes there. Run through that one more time. Sorry.
Okay, so gates open at 8 a.m. Track is hot from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. Your run order here is 9 a.m. for Group A, 9 to 11, slick and radials cars quicker than 1150. 11 to 1 is Group B, slick and radials cars slower than 1150. 1 to 3 is going to be open run, but we are starting with the hard tire. Again, that is tires with more than 225 tread wear or any aggressive treads. So two passes max during Group A and B. Open run is open run. We do have punch cards we will be using, and if the lanes are slow, obviously we will adjust as needed. And you must turn in 2 time slips and your route stop photos.
Yep. And we are learning what Group A and B is going to like. Will that work for this event? We based Group A and B on historical data, like from last year and 2023, to see kind of how many cars, like what that typical break is. And this became an easy one to use. So we're going to see. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. We don't know. We're gonna try it this year.
Yeah. And then
Go ahead. Yep.
And then Saturday night, our racer party is from 6 to 9. That is at Broken Arrow Lanes, which is in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. The bowling alley is rented out for us. So we're going to have the entire place to ourselves. You can play games, you can bowl. We're going to have food provided, so burgers, pizzas, and sodas. So
Yep.
again, racer party, 6 to 9, Broken Arrow Lanes, all to us. And then obviously for that night, camping is available at Tulsa Raceway Park.
Yep. I will say this about Tulsa Raceway Park when we get back on Saturday night. It's going to be packed, not only with spectators, but also with cars. The dirt down in T Town is this weekend. So we have dirt track racing going on. Those guys will probably race till 11, I would think. We also have the finals. That will be the eliminations for Funny Car Chaos. So that could be interesting as well. So going to have a lot to check out there. Obviously, your wristband's going to get you in there, but there are going to be a lot of cars up and down that road. So prepare yourselves. If you want to watch some of that stuff, be there early. Um, we'll have to see how it goes. Once the spectators roll out, I think some racers will be gone by the time we get there as well. We can fill holes, we can fill spots, all that kind of stuff, empty spots. in regular parking because we'll be there Sunday morning. So Saturday night is going to be a bit of I'm not going to say a cluster because I think by the time if you stay at the racer party till like 8:30 or 9, I think it will probably be pretty wound down over there. But if you are like, hey, I'm going to go do some of that stuff, and you show up at 7, be prepared to deal with a lot of struggle there. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how all of that goes. I really it's pretty wild. The back gate will not be open on Saturday night. I will say that much. The back gate will not be open Saturday night. You will have to go in the front gate. So for guys like me, I think I'll probably just go to the hotel after the racer party and edit videos because I think it's just going to be too hard. Folks that are camping, again, be patient. You know, we're all dealing with this together. So I promise 2026 won't be like this. Sunday, this is the day. Listen, share with your friends. We got to get folks in the stands at Tulsa Raceway Park. Um, I had initially sent out an email that you can't return to your rig on Saturday night to use it as a tow, to use it as a camper or whatever. I I talked to Matt Frost. I talked to a couple other racers. We're gonna allow it. Here's the key. You gotta treat that trailer like it's a hotel room. So whatever you unpack from your car on Saturday night to take inside your trailer to sleep for the night needs to come back out and go back in your car to go to your pit spot on Sunday. You cannot pit by your tow rig on Sunday. Cannot pit by your tow rig. This is just like a regular drag and drive in the sense that this ain't easy shit. We're not going to let you sit down there and park by your tow rig and use it as you may use it as a camper Saturday night only. Sunday morning, load your stuff up and come back to the pits. Don't leave anything in the trailer. If I find out that you're doing it, I'll make you drive back down. We'll go down together and you can load all your stuff up in your car and bring it back down to your pits. So don't play with me. I'm not wild about doing this, but we're going to do it because it saves some people some hotel money. Um, Sunday morning gates open at 8 a.m. Track is hot 10 to 3 p.m. We are flipping the run order. We are going to start with Group B. So that is this cars slower than 1150 on slicks or radials. Okay. Then we are going to Group A at noon. That is going to be slicks and radial cars that are quicker than 1150. And then at 2 p.m., we're going to do an open run starting with hard tire, or again, like by this point, everybody will have a pretty good idea. Your car number is going to be A1 or B2 or O7. Okay. It's going to have a number. We're going to be able to see it in there. And so, again, 2 pass max during your session. Punch cards. Again, these punch cards are nice. They're kind of cool. I think they'll make great memorabilia. You can throw them in your glove box at the end of the weekend. You will be giving those to the fleeing family who are running the lanes so they can punch it as they come through. If the lanes get slow, we will be moving that time up again as well, just like we said earlier. Must submit 2 time slips. So this weekend, we're going to be looking for 4 time slips to set your average. Okay, that's how this is going to work. Molly Motorsports Awards Show will be as soon as we can after the last person submits their time slip. So if you have your time slip that you're happy with, bring that SOB to the trailer. Do not wait and there be 100 people deep trying to turn in their time slip at the end. Okay. There's there's a few people that will be racing for class wins or podiums. That's fine. We get it. It's going to be a little bit, but listen, turn your slip in as soon as you have it, because then once you turn your slips in, you can go load up and get your car ready, go to your tow rig, get that thing loaded up, ready to head out and head towards the house. So that is your schedule for the circuit 2025. I hope everybody's ready. It's going to be
Yes.
crazy. It's going to be crazy. This will again be posted on Drag Drive Repeat and on the Circuit Charity with Horsepower Facebook page. I sent it in an email the other day, and it's on the WhatsApp group, and it's in the Circuit Racers group. So for folks that say they didn't see it, hey, ask somebody. Ask somebody that's there. Don't come to me. Don't send me a message. Don't call me. All that kind of stuff. I'm busy. I'm real busy. Okay. I'll gladly talk to you in person as long as you have a legitimate question. Okay. Let's move on here. I want to say big thanks to Deechworks there. Love having them as part of the program here. It's awesome being just the knowledge they carry with all of the fuel delivery stuff. All right, sir. Lead us into this WAF racing segment here, sir, please.
Yep, let's hit this video and we'll get into it.
Have you ever wished you could fit your toolbox in the palm of your hand, or really needed that extra set of hands while making a jet change at the track? At WAF Racing, we specialize in designing and manufacturing top tier automotive tools that are made strong to withstand travel, yet lightweight not to slow you down. Tested in house and at the track by the team at WAF Racing, every part is made by racers for racers. From compact toolkits, carburetor top hats, or spark plug storage containers, our tools are precision engineered and manufactured in the USA. Made of the strongest materials, every piece strikes the perfect balance of durability and dependability. Maybe you need something custom just for you. We do that too. You need WAF Racing in the passenger seat for your next drag racing event. Head over to wafracing.com today to take your racing experience to the next level. WAF Racing. Design, build, race.
Yes, perfect. I'm gonna let you lead us into this because I'm getting some low signal here.
All right. So we do have the floating 650 index, as David Maxon here just mentioned. That is by R&D Performance and Fab. So that's 640 to 670. It is drawn at Mocan at the end of the drivers meeting.
Yeah, and obviously those guys, David Maxon, Red Hat Scotty, Keaton Maxon, were the reason we put this 650 index together last year, and it was hugely successful. The second largest class of the event, and man, it really works out well. It's a ton of fun. It's eighth mile, obviously, and those guys have a ton of fun with it. They also decided this year that they wanted to do a floating index, which will be somewhere between 640 and 670, but they're doing it really, really in a cool way. So if you are in that class and you say, man, my car can run a 665 every time I'm out, you can literally write that on a piece of paper. You donate $50 and that piece of paper goes in the jar, or however, I don't know if it's piece of paper or chips or whatever. It goes, I think it's chips, goes in the hat, right? But for everyone that doesn't, maybe they want a 650 index, right? Or, their budget's different. They aren't able to donate the $50 to put their number in. Their number stays at 650. So let's say we have 12 or 15, 18 people in that class. If half of them make wildly different ranges, that's what it's stuck at for the weekend. So I think this class is going to be really fun. It's going to give us a ton of stuff to talk about as we go through the weekend, which is kind of our plan. So, and obviously, WAF Racing, huge carburetor guys. Um, love it. They love it. They make tools for them, all that kind of stuff. You guys saw that? Look at this trophy, bro. This thing is freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, probably the
Uh,
coolest trophy I've seen. One
oh
of the
yeah,
coolest for sure.
yeah. Big shout out to Cody and Kristen Walker, who are bringing it from Nashville, which is where Chris Wozniak of WAF Racing lives. He had Megan Evans make this, dude. It's going to be so freaking cool to give this out. So this is for the quickest carbureted car on the property for the average. It's for their average. So one, they got to finish. Two, they got to make 4 passes throughout the weekend, and they'd be taking this trophy home. So I think that's what's fun about these regional events. You can really kind of take an opportunity to really lean on some stuff and have some fun with some things, which is what Chris at WAF is doing here. So appreciate him doing that for sure. This is an expensive trophy. This is a
Yeah.
real expensive one. So, and of course the slowest slowest NA small block will be done by Jonathan Stonecipher. This is like his 5th year, I think, to do that with us. So, man, we're gonna have a bunch of really cool, fun things go on this weekend. Oh, hey, Jason Richardson, promoter for the East Coast Dragon Drive in here saying, hope you have a great event. Best of luck to everyone. Same to you. Ditto. What do you say? We want you to have the same thing as well, sir.
Yep.
So, I need to figure out tonight what class we're going to do some trash talking with. So I'll get that over to him shortly. In all
All
of my
right.
spare time. All right, let's
Well,
let's wrap this thing up, dude.
yep. Let's wind this thing down and wrap it up. Again, we cannot do this without you guys, our race car friends. Again, I've seen so many race car friends this month. It's been awesome. Looking forward to seeing everybody this weekend. Everybody, safe travels on your way down to the circuit. Again, race car friends, you guys are what keep us doing that. So we appreciate each and every one of you. and our sponsors. Again, we can't do this without you guys. You know, I can't travel to 3 events in the month if it wasn't for these guys. Thank you to Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solution, WAF Racing, Performabuilt Transmission, Car Change 3D, PowerTube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk.
Yep. All right. Guys, gentleman's agreement here. We'll end the show with this. Gentleman's agreement is simply we love this stuff. We're eat up with it. We're idiots for Drag and Drive for sure. But what we need you to do is be idiots with us, man. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button wherever you're watching this, and help us grow. Help us be there. Help us show this to more people and all that. So we can't obviously verify you do that. So that's where the gentleman's agreement comes in. We're going to keep doing this. You do that. That's the agreement. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And we're going to be sharing tons of stuff to the circuit this weekend, like you mentioned. So please make sure you guys are sharing that out as well. Let everybody see how much fun we're having. Feel free to send us pictures. We'll get those posted on there as well. If you guys are at a cool place and taking pictures, we'll post all that stuff up, or you guys post it up and tag us, tag the circuit at Charity with Horsepower. Again, just try to get the word out to everybody how much fun this event is. And yeah.
Yep. I think that's it, dude. Hey, thanks everybody. Appreciate you. We'll see you very soon. See you. We'll probably be live at least at some point every day this week.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
later.
See ya.